Hello everyone and welcome to Bourbon Bites Whiskey Reviews with a gaming twist. I'm your host Clifton and welcome to another Thursday night live stream. Now, as you know, it is Oscars season, so everyone's gearing up for the big ceremony, at least here in Southern California. So I thought, what better time to do a very specific stream of celebrity whiskeys and spirits. I've done this in the past, but I've not necessarily limited it to just actors and actresses. So that's what we're doing tonight. These are all whiskeys, tequilas, gins, questionable alcohol that are brought to us by our friends in Hollywood, the biggest stars of today and yesterday. So I'm excited. Some of these I've had before. Some of these I have not. Some you're familiar with. Most you're probably familiar with. But today we're gonna do a real honest review. Do celebrities make good whiskey? I put "make" in quotations because a lot of times some of them do just slap their names on things. Some of them are highly involved in the process. So it's really hard to find out the truth behind a lot of celebrity whiskey. So we're going to go through several examples here. You guys may know more about these than I do. Like I said, I perused my local Total Wine and found every single one that I could find. You'll notice one's missing. I've had on the channel before. Wild Turkey Long Branch by our good friend Matthew McConaughey is not here. For some reason, it wasn't at Total Wine. I was surprised not to see it. So do not have Long Branch, but I've reviewed that on the channel. If you're curious, definitely go check out. Just search the channel for Long Branch. You can find it. Do want to say hello to a few folks here in the chat, and good to see some folks. Fred said, I think some people will be surprised by how good at least some of these are. Presuming I'm right about what made the cut. That's right. I was kind of ambiguous with the title and description, mainly because I hadn't bought them yet. I made the thumbnail earlier today and then went just about an hour and a half ago to pick up the bottles that I didn't already have. Four Leaf Whiskey, Stacy's in that chat. She says, cheers, this is your official Irish whiskey PSA. 18 days till St. Patrick's Day. Well, that's awesome, Stacy. I'll have to do, I haven't bought Irish in a while. I need to start thinking about it. Thank you for the heads up. I never forget St. Patrick's Day because one of my coworkers, her birthday is always on St. Patrick's Day. And we always go out drinking. So it sticks in my brain. So yeah, but I need to get more Irish whiskey. I haven't bought any in a while. I think you've probably seen all the ones I've already had. So I will definitely do that. Let's see who else is here. Taste and Sensibility in the chat. What's up, Doug? Good to see you. Zopher is here. Is anything new happening? We'll get to that in just a second. Funny you say that. Cliffy, I lied. I'm here for the show. I know, Tony, you're like, oh, I can't make it. I'm like, well, there you are. Whiskey Pear is here as well. What's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, so I guess we'll go right off the top, talk about what's new. You may notice there's a pinned comment over here. I've been blowing up your socials. I'm sorry. I've been trying to get the word out. I just launched my new website, bourbonbites.com. I've had that address before, but I've not necessarily not done anything with it, but I've never really fully expanded on it. So now there's an all new website. I encourage you to go check it out for multiple reasons. One, there's a merch. So I've moved all of my threadless merch over to this platform. This is where I'm going to sell it moving forward. I've heard good things about the quality. I noticed that they do a lot of stitching, which is really cool. So check out the products. Some of them aren't listed, but if you look at the pictures, you can tell they're actually like embroidered, which is really cool. So one, merch. Two, it's actually a brand new way to support the channel. So that's what I'm most excited about. So previously, I've been doing Patreon for all of my support outside of the YouTube platform, and that's not going away. So I'll make that clear. If you don't want to switch, you can stay on Patreon. I'm gonna give the exact same experience to both websites, so bourbonbites.com and Patreon. The advantage of signing up at bourbonbites.com is, one, more of the percentage of the proceeds each month go to me. Patreon takes a larger cut out of those than what I can get from this website. So if you want more money actually going to me and going to the channel, that's a good reason to switch. Number two, it actually gives you access to discounts on my merch. So right now, if you sign up between now and March 31st, you get all of my merch for 15% off, just flat, no matter what, however many orders you want, 15% off. So now's a good time to get in. I know it's like a hassle switching to a new platform, but I guarantee you this one is going to benefit me more as a creator. Also, you can save it as like a web app. I think Fred did that earlier today or yesterday. And you can treat it like an app on your phone. So it'll be like a literal Bourbon Bites app, and you'll get notified when I post on there. So that's really cool. But yeah, so check it out, bourbonbites.com. When you have a moment, please consider switching your Patreon. Again, I'm going to continue using both, so don't feel like you have to. Your support everywhere means a lot. So this is just an easier way to get it directly, supporting me a little bit better. Also, there's a way to leave a tip there. So if you ever want to buy Cliffy a drink, you can go to bourbonbites.com and send me a little tip. I'm still working on getting notifications for that, so if you do send a tip, let me know so I can read your comments, because I may not get notified right away. So, and of course, super chats are still active as always. One other change on YouTube, sorry, I'll get into the whiskey in just a second. One other change on YouTube is what was previously called the Bite Club here, which is what I have my YouTube membership set as, where you can send all the fun emojis. I know some of you are in it. I've renamed that to Cliffy Bus Riders. So you guys are all aboard the Cliffy Bus. If you support the channel on YouTube, you still get access to the emojis. I just wanted to distinguish between Bite Club. Bite Club is what I'm calling membership / Patreon now, and Cliffy Bus Riders is the YouTube membership. So anyways, I just appreciate everyone's support wherever you are. But if you would take the 10 minutes, I'm doing this now because it's the end of the month, and Patreon is on a monthly cycle. So if you wanted to cancel Patreon and then start the new one at the beginning of the month, that's perfect. There's no overlap there. But if you have any questions, please send me a message. I'm happy to answer anything, or if you're like worried about something, just let me know. You can also save 10% by doing an annual membership. So there's a way to save there as well. So I'll stop with a self promo, but I'm really, really excited. So at least go check it out. At least go see what it is all about. You can sign up for a free membership and a newsletter there too. So you don't have to commit right away to joining a tier. So would love to see some of you there. And again, all of your Discord benefits, everything you're used to getting as a patron and supporter of the channel, you're still gonna get. It's literally just it's a duplicate of Patreon. It just more goes back to the creator, and it ties in with the web store. You may notice down here during the live stream, there's some merch items, including my challenge coin and some shirts. So it integrates so well with YouTube. I'm really, really excited. So that's it for the self promo. I'll probably mention it at the end of the stream. But yes, thank you guys so much for considering checking that out. It really does. I'm really excited. I've been working on it for a while, so I'm glad to go live with it today. All right, let's start drinking. All right. So where to start? So I'll be honest. I only have 3 whiskeys. One's a flavored whiskey. 3 whiskeys and a flavored whiskey. I have 1 gin and 2 tequilas. I feel like, should we start with the lighter spirits first and then move on to the whiskeys? I think that might be the best way to ease into this, because the gin is probably made by one of the most famous actors of our time. So we're going to probably start with that one, but then we're going to move into some more obscure releases, which I'm really excited about. But I think if y'all are okay with that, we can start with the clear spirits. You are riding the Cliffy Bus, indeed. Tony Baggy Donuts in the super chat. Another freaking super chat. If you know, you know. Well, I don't know, Tony, but appreciate the super chat. I feel like is that a David and Kira thing from like years ago? Gosh, that sounds so familiar, but I don't really remember. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything up here. Just folks saying hello to each other. Are these all new bottles? Nothing we tasted. They are all new to me. Yes, they are all new to me. Just pick them up. Some of them I've had before at like tasting events. But yes, you've not had any of these from me, at least. Fred said he looked into Fourth Wall too. Everyone seems quite happy with their quality and service. That's what I saw too. I just saw great feedback, and I saw that more of the money goes to the creator, and you have more creative control, and I really love that. And that means that's great for me. Patreon's great, and that's a network that everyone's on, but this is a way to get more money going directly to the creator themselves. So I know it's a bit of a hassle to cancel a Patreon and move over, but you don't have to. But if you can take like the 5 minutes to do it, it's awesome. All right, no hassle, super easy, says Fred. He did it yesterday. Yes, so glad to hear that. Zover said he'll be doing this well. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Patrick's here. Hello from Charleston. Oh, I'm so jealous. I miss Charleston. I saw that you're flying there. This is actually probably a good time to be there too. I mean, it's probably a little chilly, but it's probably at least it's not as hot as it is in the summer. So awesome. Enjoy the East Coast. Have some good food. The food there is incredible. You need recommendations? Let me know. I'm sure pretty most of the ones that I went to in college are probably still there. So they've been there for hundreds of years. So that. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our first actor or actress spirit. I keep wanting to say whiskey. They're not all whiskeys. This one, most of y'all have heard of. This is Aviation Gin. Let me show. It's a little tiny little bottle. Aviation Gin, batch distilled with an adventurous blend of spices from around the world. 84 proof. Now this one, you've been seeing the advertising for it for years. Basically, Ryan Reynolds is a major face of this brand. He has been there, I think, since 2016, if I remember reading that correctly. But he's been, basically the co-owner of the brand. He actually is quoted for saying, I've tried every gin on the planet, and Aviation is hands down the best. Also, I don't recommend trying every gin on the planet. Stick with this one. So You take it from him. That's a good recommendation. Now, drinking gin neat is not something that most people do. I actually enjoy gin on the rocks. That's like kind of my go-to. I do love a gin and tonic. I love an aviation cocktail. I actually looked for those on the rocks cocktails that they sell like they're in the bottles. I was looking for the aviation one that uses this aviator. Sorry, not aviation. But they didn't have it, so I'm just gonna try the gin on its own. Zophar said I think he left a while back. So I was thinking that he's still the face of it. If you go to their website, like he's still the first and foremost thing you see. I know they did sell to Diageo. That may be what you're thinking, but he's still involved with the brand. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me. A celebrity whiskey I just learned about this weekend was Jim Gaffigan's. Okay, I've not heard of that one. Had two boost last night. Oh yes, this is one of the most popular places. He's sold to Diageo. Yeah, but I still think he's associated with the brand, or else his face wouldn't be everywhere on their website. So that's my understanding, at least. He's at least a co-founder. How about that? Give it that. All right. So this one is, let's see. Let's get some info on it here. It says it's infused with their precise blend of botanicals: cardamom, coriander, French lavender, and anise seed. Oh, sarsaparilla. That's a weird way to spell that. Juniper, and 2 kinds of orange peel. So pricing on this is very affordable. It's a pretty common. You'll see it at most bars. Ooh, that's a gin. I will say, yeah, it's not anything out of this world. It's definitely very similar to other gins I've had. Very juniper forward. Unfortunately, I say that as someone that does appreciate gin, but I do prefer some that have like some of the other more botanicals being a little more forward. But really nice, refreshing nose for sure. By the way, the infusions are infused for 18 hours for this one. And it says they are run through the still to have and then had the heads removed. The heart comes out at 142 proof. Of course, they add some water to it, but yeah. So I mean, I'm not a gin reviewer normally, so not too much I can say. I just got to give it a taste because that's what matters here. Cheers. Mm. Palate's better. Yeah, that's it was juniper forward on the nose, but on the palate, I'm getting a lot more going on. It's definitely more complex. It kind of reminds me of some of my favorite gin is like Hendrix. They do the special releases, like I think it's every year. This kind of reminds me of one of those. It's got a good base to it, but it has some unique. Some of those botanicals are really unique, and they definitely stand out. I think I get the sarsaparilla. It's kind of got a little bit of that like I don't want to say like root beer, no, but it has like a little bit of like a cola essence to it. And again, the orange peel is really nice. I think I've done gin and tonics where I use flavored sparkling water instead of just still water, and I've done pineapple, I've done lime, I've not done orange, but I feel like if I did an orange flavored sparkling water like a Lacroix or whatever, and then tonic syrup, which by the way, I do my own like tonic blend at home. Like I buy a tonic syrup that I mix with the sparkling water. I prefer it that way. It lasts longer, and I just prefer the way it tastes. So yeah, I think orange tonic water with this would be really nice. I'll have to give that a try sometime soon. But yeah, this is solid. I mean, I think I okay. Here's the story. I bought a bottle of this aviation gin probably a year or two ago, and it just tasted off. The entire bottle just had a really off taste, and I couldn't find anyone online that had a similar experience with it. So I was like, maybe this is just a tainted bottle. That being said, I never bought it again because I'm like, I'm not going to spend money on something that I didn't like. This is my first time buying it and trying it since that time. Like I said, 2 years ago, and it's just a mini bottle, but I had to take it easy here. I like it. I would buy this. I think I definitely had a tainted bottle, which I think that's really that would happen with gin, right? What would cause like a gin bottle to have like a tainted flavor? I know with whiskey sometimes it's like if it's left in the sun for too long. I'm not sure with gin. I don't know. It just had a funkiness, like completely different than this. This is actually refreshing and enjoyable. So I think I just had a really bad bottle of Aviation before. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm glad I tried it again because I'm gonna go back to buying that. It's really nice. Well done, Ryan Reynolds. Patrick, sorry, I'm starting to come down with a bit of a cold or a cough or something, so trying to power through. I've not been talking much today. I took today work from home because I don't want to infect anyone else. So if I start losing my voice, I apologize. I can still taste though. It's all good. Patrick said it was his ownership stake, but it's still marketing with them. Has to maintain income with the impending cancellation. Wait, people are canceling Ryan Reynolds? Oh, save this story for that after party. I want to hear this. I don't think I'm familiar with people wanting to cancel him, but it's Hollywood, right? So let's not talk about it on the chat. Let's go to the after party, which nice little plug for Patreon. Oh shoot, I said Patreon. Nice little plug for the Bite Club there. Again, you can join at tiers from $2 all the way up to $100 to be my bourbon daddy. There's only one of those slots. But at the $10 tier, you get access to our after party hangout, which is after every Thursday night live stream. We do it over on Discord. It's a great time, and that's where we spilled the tea on Ryan Reynolds. Apparently, please don't cancel me if he's watching the stream. Don't. I didn't say it was true or not. I'm just saying there's tea, and I'm here for it, but not during the live stream. Jim Gaffigan's Father Time bourbon. Okay, I've not heard of that or seen that. I will look into it for sure. 100 plus. Yeah, that I wasn't willing to kind of. I know there's some other ones that are kind of up there in price, but not for this stream. Maybe another stream. Aaron said, "Oh, I love Botanist. Botanist is great. It's actually one of my Hendrix and Botanist are the most common ones at our house, other than Tanqueray. We always have a handle of Tanqueray. Just because it's like an old trusty, it's very affordable. But when we're making more like elegant gin cocktails, we usually use Hendrix or Botanist. But now maybe Aviation as well." Heading to bed. Have to get used to this East Coast thing. Looking up the Blake Lively drama. Oh, okay. I thought drama like a show, like that she's in, like a drama. Okay, y'all, I'll look it up. Okay, I'll look it up after. Anyways, Hollywood allegations aside, what movies did you guys enjoy over the past year? Which ones do you think will win? I'm curious. I really liked. I just watched Nickel Boys, which is an MGM movie, which is based on the 1950s, a reform school for youth, but primarily black youth, and it's such an eye-opening film because it's from the perspective of the kids, which is really cool. Haven't really seen a movie done that way before. It's heavy. It's a heavy film. I wouldn't say it's sad, but it's heavy. So go into it with those expectations. But I think that one, it's already been winning a ton of awards. I have a feeling that's going to do well for this Oscar season. I also think, not Suspiria. What's it called? Substance. The Substance. Super unique horror film. I actually just watched it recently. I think that's gonna do well. The acting was incredible in that. What else? Let me know some comments. What do you think are gonna be good options for the Oscars this year? Did Wild Robot come out this year? Because I think Wild Robot's probably one of the best animated films that's come out in the past 2020s. I think. So we'll see. Oh yeah, it's funny. You just said Wild Robot was surprisingly good. Agreed. Yeah, I had heard so many good things. I'll be honest. When I saw the marketing for Wild Robot, I was like, this is the same old story we've seen told over and over again. Like, right? Like E.T., Iron Giant, it's like the same story. And like at its heart, kind of, but it's kind of a different twist on it. And it's definitely heartwarming. It's more of like a parental guardian bond kind of thing versus like a friendship. So I think if you haven't seen Wild Robot, it's really, really good. Yeah, so it's funny you mentioned that. Only one slot for daddy. Didn't think about that, but that's accurate. Well, someone have to do it too. I can squeeze on the tea later. It's meh. Okay, so nothing too crazy. All right, so we drank the gin. Let's move on to the other two clear spirits. Then we'll get to the whiskey. We have a lot to drink, so we're gonna try to get this through. Sorry, I'm like having some heartburn too. I'm just like falling apart today, guys. Let's try to get through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to drink. We got through 1. We gotta catch up. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the thumbs up button because it does help out the channel. And also check out bourbonbites.com. Sorry, I'm gonna plug that as often as I can. I actually meant to put a little banner. Oh, that would have been smart. If Cliffy was smart, he would have thought to do that. Hold on. Ooh, this is awful typing. Check out the brand new bourbonbites.com and support the channel through merch, memberships, and more. You can tell I work in marketing. There we go. Leave that scrolling up there just for a bit. Um, yeah, so this next one is a brand that I didn't actually know was a celebrity brand. I'm very, very familiar with this tequila brand. I love their mark. I love their logo. I love their bottle design. But I'm talking about Casamigos. So like they're pretty well known, at least in the cocktail world. These bottles are so little they don't focus. There we go. 100% blue agave, Blanco, Jalisco, Mexico, batch 23022, Casamigos. So this, you may recognize that signature. That is George Clooney. So I didn't realize he was part of this brand, but apparently Casamigos is. I don't know if he's. I don't want to say he's the founder. Let me see what I can find. He may be the. It's founded by George Clooney, Rand Gerber, and Mike Meldman. I don't know who Rand Gerber or Mike Meldman are. Maybe they're actors as well. I just know George Clooney. Everyone loves George Clooney. So, yeah. So I didn't realize that they were a celebrity brand. I'm excited. I love a good tequila. They're not that pricey. Casamigos is pretty relatively affordable. I was gonna see how much it is on this website. It looks like it's around. It's a little bit up there. It's like $51, but that's not too bad. So let's give it a nose. Again, it's unaged, so it's silver. Ooh, it's such a difference going from gin to tequila. Tequila, I think, is one of the if you're adventuring beyond whiskey, like whiskey's your starter. I think go to rum next, but then tequila might be the next step. I know some people have bad thoughts of tequila, but to me, I just think the tequila and mezcal are so complex of spirits. That's really nice. It's not overly sweet on the nose. Definitely a lot of that agave influence. I mean, it smells like peppery. Little bit of like a the grain. It's like I was gonna say grainy, like that doesn't really make sense, but it's kind of like does remind me of a bit of a mash, like if you go to like a bourbon distillery. So there's like a sweetness, like a really dark, rich sweetness, like a buttery caramel sweetness, but not a very light, sweet, fake sweetness like you get on some tequilas. So I'm really excited. M says always mash the buttons. Yes, it does. It does help out the channel. Tony's seeing us a little jingle here. Fred jumped in before he switched accounts enough times. All right. Can't change it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the nose of this is good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Okay. Not what I was expecting on the palate. By the way, it's only about $35 here. The 51 is if you bought it online. So that puts it into a little bit better perspective. I think it drinks more like a $35 tequila than a $50 tequila. I like it. It has like a vanilla quality to it that almost feels a little not artificial, but like I guess I could say artificial. It almost feels a little artificial, but it's subtle enough that I think it's passable. I don't want to say passable. That sounds rude. I think a shot, it's great as a shot. I would worry that vanilla sweetness would overpower like a cocktail that you use it in. I've not used this for cocktails personally. I can see it being, like I said, smooth for a shot. Definitely, I mean, it is smooth. It's drinkable. It's nice, but yeah, that sweet vanilla flavor thing is not my jam. But I don't think it's bad. I just wouldn't personally buy this for a cocktail. For shots, yes, it's fun. Fred's. I'm always know when Fred chimes in on tequila. I know I've done good. So yeah, artificially. Yeah, it doesn't smell it. I mean, if I don't know when's the last time you smelled it, but like, it's really promising on the nose. I'm like, oh, there's that black pepper, the spiciness, almost like the agave plant is front and foremost. But yeah, palate just that sweet vanilla. I would give it, like, if I had to rank it out of 5, I'd give it a 2.5 or a 3 out of 5, maybe, depending on the needs. But for $35, I think I'd rather buy some other ones. I mean, I think for that price, I mean, I like Hornitos, I like Altos, I like one of my favorites. Y'all all know. Oh, not y'all know. Some of you know, is Arete, Arette, and it has a horse in the front. That's my go-to. But yeah, it's not my jam, but it doesn't have to be. Might as well shoot it. We're halfway through the stream, and I got 5 more whiskeys to go, or spirits to go. Aaron said, unfortunately, tequila's regulations allow for a lot of additives without requiring them to be stated. That's really frustrating. There's a billboard near my apartment that has a brand that I'm not familiar with, but their whole marketing thing is no additives, like 0 additives, 0 flavors, 100% tequila. I don't remember the name of the brand. I'll have to look at it. I literally drive by it every day coming home from work. But yeah, Emily says Altos is a good basic one. Yeah, agreed. I used to buy that. I still prefer Orete over it, but Altos is really good. It's illegal in Blanco, so this stuff is illegal. Oh, okay, interesting. Guys, we're talking about illegal whiskey. We're talking about allegations. Guys, we gotta keep the stream clean. Just kidding. Y'all know me. Okay, I was like nosing. It's like, this is water. All right, got to pick up the pace here. We got some more celebrity spirits to get through. By the way, thank you all so much for watching Halfway Point. If you missed it at the beginning, all new website, bourbonbites.com. Basically functions the same as Patreon, but more of the money goes to me, the creator. Check it out, link below. Appreciate all your support from $2 all the way up to my bourbon daddy at $100. All right, moving on. What's the next drink? We have one more tequila. Okay, this one, not familiar with, but it was one of the first ones to come up when I searched for celebrity spirits. This one's actually apparently the best, what was the quote? Most successful celebrity tequila brand. Have you all heard of it? Do you already have any guesses? It's someone that I would not expect to have a tequila brand, that's for damn sure. This is Teremana, or Teremana? Teremana? These little bottles do not focus. Come on. Almost. It's not 818, surprisingly. That's a good guess, though. That's a really good guess. I should have bought that. That would have been fun. Maybe for part 2. All right, so this is a small batch tequila, bottled in handmade copper pot stills. 100% pure agave, gluten-free, apparently. Yeah, this is by none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Had no idea he was involved in a tequila company, but you know what? That's great. Like I said, as of 2024, it was the most successful celebrity tequila brand. It's valued at $3.5 billion. Billion with a B. And I've never even heard of it. I am very, very curious to see. Now, of course, this is the Reposado version of it. So it has some age on it. Thank goodness it's not doing it. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. It would have fit the theme. I mean, technically Kim Kardashian is a actress. Is it Kim? Or is it one of the other Kardashians? I'm sorry, I don't follow the Kardashians. I don't know who is behind the tequila. I know some of my coworkers would probably kill me because they're really big on reality TV, but that's not my jam. Yeah, I can't find that one anymore, Fred. It doesn't. It used to be distributed out here, but it's not anymore. And I've asked stores, and they haven't been able to get their hands on it. So I'm really frustrated. I love the 101. Yep, Dwayne Johnson. If you smell what The Rock is drinking, that's true. I don't know. We'll see. We're about to give it a smell right now. Let's see if I can smell what The Rock is cooking. Different nose. Okay. This one's a little more sweet on the nose, which sets off my red flags to begin with. It's not Kim. It's Kylie. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't remember which Kardashian. Thank you, or Jenner. Sorry. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, Zover said we can't find the 101 out here. Yeah, we used to, but not lately. It's frustrating. All right, for the nose, a bit sweet, which is concerning. Still has a crispness to it, which with the Reposado, I kind of expect a little bit of that. Not really too much of oak. It's definitely more of like a mellowed, definitely mellowed out a bit more from the Blanco that we just had. And I'm hoping that sweetness and that rich creaminess on the nose is related to the fact that it's been aged versus anything added to it. I don't know. I don't have any impressions of this going in. I will look up the price. Again, I bought all these at Total Wine. So what is this one called? Teremanos Tequila. So this one for the Reposado is $38. The Blanco, $27. That's for the 1 liter. $27. The Blanco is $24. So much more affordable than the Casamigos. Let's see how it compares. Cheers. Oh, much better. That doesn't have the artificial flavor to it. You can taste the black pepper. It's a bit thin. It's a bit light. Usually I look for a little bit more boldness in my tequila, but at the price, $28, that's actually not bad. That's actually like comparable to some of the ones that I buy. I think I still prefer Arete a bit better, but that's actually really good. Have any of you had this? Um, uh, yeah, so I'm curious about Fred, if you've had this one. This one's really not bad. Cheaper. Can't complain about that price of a celebrity spirit. Nope, not at all. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Now, again, I still have my favorites that I'd rather go to instead, but I think that's if you're going to buy any celebrity tequila from the ones I've tried, which is two, this is the one to grab. Fred said it's still flavored though, unless they've changed things. Again, I don't know. I don't know the specifics. I know you're more of an expert than I am. I do know that it is that Dwayne Johnson worked with a Mexican family-owned distillery to create this super premium tequila grown in the highlands of Jalisco, roasted in authentic brick ovens and distilled in copper pot stills, smooth and fresh finish with hints of vanilla and citrus on the palate. So they make it a traditional way, which is nice. At least they got that going for us. So like a lot of mezcals are made similarly. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. If I were rating it, I would give it about for the price, a 4 out of 5. I think I have some that I would prefer better for the price, but I think it's good. Yeah, well done, Dwayne. You drink some good tequila. All right, let's keep it going. We got 4 more spirits to drink. A little over 20 minutes to go. This is one that's eluded me since the beginning of time. Not the beginning of time. Okay. Where's Danny Trejo's tequila? Again, I didn't think about this being a tequila stream. I could totally do a celebrity tequila stream. I'll save some of these. If we want to come back to that another day and do that, I'll absolutely do that. Those prices are going up soon. Such a downer. Wah, wah. Okay. I was going to look to make sure I've not reviewed this at any point in time. If Stacy is still here, she should avert her eyes right now. Because this is an Irish whiskey. It is one that is probably one of the most famous celebrity whiskeys. I have not had it on the channel. I've actually never had it at all. Now, this one came out 6 years ago, I think. This celebrity is no longer affiliated with the brand. The brand dropped them. They didn't drop the brand. The brand dropped them due to some allegations. I don't know the story. Again, save the tea for the after party. We're talking about proper 12 Irish whiskey. I've somehow avoided this for so long. I've heard trash. I've heard that it's awful. But I want to give it a shot myself. Oh my god, please focus. Please. There we go. Rich and smooth, proper 12 Irish whiskey. What does it say? Distilled, aged, and bottled in Ireland. Huh, that's fascinating. Just kidding. Aged 4 years in bourbon barrels, coming in at 80 proof. So, Conor McGreggor was associated with this brand. He is technically an actor. He was just in the new Roadhouse movie, and he did very well in it. But this whiskey has a reputation of not being good. Again, I'm going to try to put bias aside. I'm going to try to taste it on my own. I love a good Irish whiskey. I have some budget ones that I love. I have some not so budget ones that I love. So we're going to see how this compares. Let me see the price on this one, by the way. I just want to have it ready. Oh my, you guys are harsh in the chat. Drain, pour alive, proper rot gut. I can't judge, but I've heard. Oh no. Love these comments. All right. This one, I will say it's $20, which puts it right in line with Jameson. My preferred budget Irish whiskey that I always keep on my shelves is Teeling Small Batch. That's my go-to mixer, even sipper. That's my go-to. That's around 23, 24. But there's a chance that proper 12 may just beat it. Fred said it wouldn't be a celebrity spirit if it wasn't trash. Well, we'll find out, Fred. We might have some good ones here. Don't knock it till you try it, and I'm about to knock it back. We'll see. All right, 4 years old. I mean, I think that's probably pretty fair for that price point, right? Do we know anything else about this? Is there any more tea about this? Let's see. I did pull up some search results about each of them. Let's see. Yeah, so this is just about. So he helped create Proper 12 in 2018, and he sold a majority of the brand in 2021 to Proximo, which owns Jose Cuervo and Bushmills whiskey. So now they own the brand. McGregor's face is removed from marketing. They took their website down, and he's been removed from all their Instagram posts. So they're taking that pretty seriously. Again, I don't know the details behind it, but let's see. Let's see what they have to say about this. It says it's an award-winning whiskey. Okay. I know they have a new apple flavored one too. This is just the original. Blending the finest single malt with sweet golden grain, Proper number 12 is aged for a minimum of 4 years in the finest charred ex-bourbon oak barrels with hints of vanilla and honey to produce a smooth and complex Irish whiskey. That is a run-on sentence, and you used finest twice. That's a little concerning from a marketing perspective. But we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Let's give it a nose. Oh, whoa. I had to check to make sure I didn't get the apple. Wait, that's so apple. I thought it almost made me like they do have a flavored one that is apple flavored. This is not it. This is just the original. That smells like apple in the nose. Whoa, okay, that's weird. Like an apple flavored whiskey. Like candy. Like not candy to apple, like real apple, but like a candy that's flavored like apple, like a Jolly Rancher. Is that a normal impression of this? Did they put the wrong thing in the wrong bottle? That sounds like a candy Jolly Rancher. I do get the grains. I mean, there's definitely some grains behind it. It's not just straight up syrup. It smells young, which it is. Sounds good. What could go wrong? Whiskey Pear said it's Bushmills Super Young Distillate. Oh, really? Oh, discard. Huh. Interesting. I am the finest purveyor of donuts on the finest whiskey channel on YouTube. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I'm assuming you're talking about me, right? If not, I'm not going to feature your comment, and no one will ever know. All right. I like the nose. It does not smell like a whiskey, but I do like the nose. Shall I taste it? Is this gonna be like a spit take? Let's find out. Cheers. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh. The weird thing is it's not like the worst what I've tasted, but the only one I'm comparing it to is when I had our good friend Ed from the Rock Gut Review. We tried bottom shelf store brand whiskeys. We did Canadian, Irish, Scotch, and American. Like literally, like I'm talking about the handles for like $7. This reminds me of those. It might be a step up from those. I'll give it that. But at first, it's not awful. I don't get the green apple thing that I got on the nose. It's more of a just like one and done kind of thing. Up front, it's fine. You swallow it, you get a little bit of that typical Irish note. Then it gets a bit metallic, which I'm used to with Jameson. But then it takes a deep turn. It tastes more like neutral grain spirit. And I feel like a lot of those cheap budget whiskeys have neutral grain spirit. I don't know about this. I don't think they can do that and call it an Irish whiskey. I don't know. But it tasted like a blended whiskey more than a like a single malt. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not a single malt, right? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Fred says, "Oh no." Yeah, Ed didn't like it either. Okay, I've not seen his review of it. I just know this has a reputation. Yeah, no, pass. Even at $20, pass. Get Jameson over this. I still prefer Teeling, but yeah, no. Doesn't really take much to talk about it. Dark Eyes Vodka. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, I mean the reputation is true. It's absolutely not good. Would not recommend this to anyone. Yeah, it's not good. It's like it's a 1 out of 5. Like I guess it could be worse. Could be absolute like spitting it out. That would be a 0 out of 5. This is a 1 out of 5. That's fair, right? I don't know. Jameson, yeah, I realized when I said single malt, I didn't mean single malt. Jameson is also blended Irish. Yes, thank you. My faith in Cliffy is restored. Well, that's good to hear. All right, let's move on to our other. We're in whiskey territory now, so we're doing good. Let's move on to two brands here. Let me start with the one that I've had before. Let me pull up the info on it here. By the way, are you guys having a good time watching me drink some not so great whiskey? All right, this one is a brand that you've probably heard of as a celebrity whiskey. It's an American whiskey founded by two actors, both from mostly like CW shows, but you know what? They're very well known in the television world. They started a little company called Brothers Bond. Now, this one is a special release from them that I actually tried at a local whiskey event. This is their straight bourbon whiskey made from American regenerative grain, which we'll get into what that means in just a second. This one's 95 proof. It is a bourbon, even though it's a green label. I know, a little confusing. I was thrown off in the store. Not that green necessarily means rye, but we see that all the time. So this is, of course, by the infamous duo, or I guess they're famous. Oh, where'd they go? Shoot, I had it pulled up. No. Wait, where'd they go? Oh, there you go. See, Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley. So I know Ian from Lost. I know he's also in Vampire Diaries and Smallville. I was a big Lost fan, so I recognize him from that. Paul Wesley was also in Vampire Diaries and Smallville. Not as familiar with him. He's been in some other shows like the OC, Fallen, Law and Order. Everyone's been in Law and Order. Yeah, I don't recognize him as much, but I definitely know Ian Somerhalder. I enjoy him. I enjoy looking at him. At least I did when he was on Lost. He's 46 now, so I mean, he's probably still good looking. I mean, yeah, he is. All right, okay, I'll stop. Cliffy has standards. Thank you. Yes, I do. Northwest Bourbon in the house. I just hit the thumbs up button. Totally worth it. Did it feel good? I hope it felt good. What's not going to feel good is drinking the rest of this proper 12. All right, let's go ahead and try something. Okay, so this one is their regenerative grain whiskey. I want to suck. I mean, drink your blood. I mean, whiskey. Okay, yeah, I've been there. I've been in that. Especially when we're talking to Ian. Anyways, regenerative grain bourbon. What does that mean? Great question. Well, this first of all, the mash bill is 70.5% corn, 14.7% rye, 9% wheat, and 5.8% malted barley. So it's a 4-grain whiskey. This one, though, is interesting. It's actually, their goal is to make a whiskey that has a positive impact on the environment. So these grains are cultivated through regenerative agriculture. So from my understanding as someone that's not a scientist, basically the amount of the grains that they use to make this whiskey, they're basically carbon neutral. That's my understanding. Maybe not carbon neutral, might not be the right term for it, but it's like they're not taking away from the amount of grains. It's like they regenerate at the rate that they are using them. That's my understanding. It says this bourbon is a harmonious blend of a nuanced 3-year-old bourbon and a distinct 6-year-old wheated bourbon, meticulously aged with custom toast and char methods to create a unique and rich flavor profile. That's a nice little intro, but I wish it would talk a little more about what the regenerative grains is, because I think that's really interesting and sets it apart. They give you tasting notes, and like that's fine, but like I would love to know more about what makes this one so unique. If anyone has any info, please drop it in the chat. Some carbon credit. I don't know. I just know I tasted this at an event, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So that's the story. Again, they have bourbon, they have rye, they have plenty of other releases. This one comes in a little bit pricey. It comes in at $56. So not too bad, actually. Yeah. And the description here just is the exact same. Regenerative grains. I wish they would go a little more into detail about that. I'm sure they have a video somewhere, but I don't have it in front of me. So anyways, let's go for it. $56. Not bad. Bourbon. For a 3-year-old bourbon and a 6-year-old wheated bourbon. So 95 proof. Nice cork. This is a fresh crack, by the way. I did just open this for the first time for you guys. All right. So, like I said, I had this at a whiskey tasting event. I knew going in that it was a celebrity whiskey, but I think I tried a couple other products, tried their rye, tried their bourbon. This is the one that stood out to me. Not only because it has a unique story, but also it tasted good. Let's see if I feel the same way now that I'm trying it without drinking several other spirits. And by several, I mean like a lot. Nice on the nose. Hold on. I'm gonna switch glasses. I think it smells like green apple, and I think it's because I didn't rinse my proper 12 glass. Just want to make sure I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because I got that green apple again. Which, I mean, that's not like an unfamiliar whiskey note, but I just want to make sure that I didn't get influenced by that proper 12. I should set that glass far aside. All right, let's go for another nose of a clean glass. Okay. Yep, that was a good call. Yep. Nope. The proper 12 glass is tainted. I will set that over there, save it for the after party. This one, no green apple. Yay. It's got a good oak backbone. I mean, man, that's probably the highest proof one we've had so far. Making me almost want to sneeze. Again, I'm still sick. I'm working through it. It's got some oak. It's got some bright citrus, which is interesting. Which I think maybe could be coming from the wheat whiskey component. I mean, it's got a little bit of grain character to it, and with a 3-year-old bourbon, you're going to expect that, right? It doesn't smell unfamiliar. I mean, I don't know for sure. It doesn't say Kentucky bourbon on it anywhere, so I don't know actually where the bourbon is from. Distilled, aged, and bottled by Southern Distilling Company for Brothers Bond Distilling Company in Statesville, North Carolina. Southern Distilling Company, okay. I don't know. Does that translate to something to you guys in North Carolina? I know there was a distillery in South Carolina making a bunch of Total Wine spirits that was not very good, but I don't think it was that one. If y'all have any info, please let me know. Yeah, I like the nose. It's very simple, a little young, but let's give it a taste. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, dare I say that's the best whiskey? I mean, that's the best whiskey I've had tonight so far. I've only tried proper 12, but actually one of the best spirits we've had tonight. It's nothing that's gonna blow your socks off or blow your pants off or blow your vampire blood sucking off, but nice flavor. It says that it's responsibly. I found some more info. I was trying to do some digging while I tasted. It's responsibly crafted using farming techniques that restore and renew our natural soil by extracting carbon from the air and storing it back in the ground for the future. And that's all I have. Some more info, but yeah. I mean, I wish they should go all in. They should totally go all in with that. I'd love to know more. All right. I like this. I think I'm a fan of it. One, I appreciate a brand that's trying to do good, even if it is just kind of marketing speak. I like the idea of this. I mean, I think, especially when it comes to trees and barrels, I mean, there is an environmental impact for sure. Now, I don't think they're talking about the barrels here, which is a whole other topic, but, I don't know. I appreciate they're doing something different. I appreciate that they're being responsible, which is always great. Not to say other brands aren't. It could just be marketing. Fred says it sounds like more like traditional farming where they use cover crops, grazing animals for fertilizing. Don't trees do that? What, regenerate and grow? Yes, but there are shortages of certain types of wood used to make certain types of barrels. I've heard the story before from, I think it was Jesse Parker that I had on the channel when he was talking about sourcing barrels for some of the Doc Swenson's releases. Some of the more specialty woods are kind of being not endangered, but like impacted for sure by the cooperage industry. Trees on the farm, that'd be kind of cool. Like all in one, right? You get your trees, you get your farm. I mean, they say grain to glass. I mean, that's what I'm thinking right there. Yeah, I'm a fan. I think this Brothers Bond is good. It's not my favorite bourbon. I think it's a bit pricey. I think you're paying for the celebrity aspect of it. I don't think you're paying for the regenerative grains. And I say that because if you look at their other releases, that's not just that one. They have several. Their regular straight bourbon is $38. Their cask strength bourbon is $85. Their bottled and bond is $58. And their blended rye is $48. So they're up there. Yes, the straight bourbon's only $38, but I think I would pass on this. I think it tastes good. I would give it a 3 out of 5. I just think it was better for the money. Jesse is the best. I hope he's doing well. I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to reach out and see. I don't know if is he still at Doc Swenson's? I don't know. I'll have to find out. Yeah, he was great. I've had him on the channel like 3 times. He's been amazing. All right. Yeah, I'm a fan. Now I'm going to find out what to do with this proper 12 glass. I think I'd rather use a tequila glass that's been rinsed than the proper tall glass. I think that green apple is just sticking around. All right, so clean glass. Just gonna leave that comment right there. Not gonna react to it. Now I'm gonna move on. All right, this one is a new brand to me. I actually just heard about it when I was in New Mexico a couple weeks ago for the first time. If Patrick's still here, he actually told me about this one. This one is a Santa Fe, New Mexico brand. They consider it a brave and adventurous blend and a Western whiskey. Now, this one, I've heard it, the name drop before, but I had no idea that was a celebrity whiskey. So, this one is Big Nose Kate. It says, no better friend, no worse enemy. Your business is my business. This is a Western whiskey, a brave and adventurous blend from Santa Fe, New Mexico. I don't know what that says down there. That's a different language. I'm very confused. Okay, and that's 45% ABV, 90 proof bottle. So, first of all, you may wonder who Big Nose Kate is. That's not the celebrity. We're not talking about the celebrity with the big nose. Actually, Big Nose Kate is an Old West icon. She was a rule-breaking, fiercely independent, and with a nose for enterprise and gaming. Kate had enormous impact, but she never got her due as the central character she was, until now. We celebrate Kate's indomitable spirit in this adventurous Western blend of straight rye and American single malt. Bold, expressive, unequaled. It's Big Nose Kate. So, if you're curious about her, there's a whole lot of info online about her. She's basically like one of the icons of the Wild West. You think of name off all the people off the top of your head. You're not thinking of many women, are you? It's a lot of men, which, that was kind of the thing, but there were some Wild West figures that were women that were badasses that we don't think about. So I love that. I love that we're honoring someone from the Old West. I've not seen this brand. Yeah, I didn't see it till New Mexico either. Any guesses? Any guesses of whose whiskey this is? If you Google it, don't cheat, because I'm gonna reveal it anyways. But if you happen to already know, tell me. If not, so I'll tell you that they share a name with the master blender of this brand. The master blender is Melissa Haim, Heim. Annie Oakley. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cloudy Jane. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying there's no women. I'm just saying you think of mostly men. So shares the name with master blender Melissa Haim. Any ideas? Okay, I'll give it to you. This is Melissa McCarthy's brand. Did I know that she had a whiskey? Absolutely not. Am I a Melissa McCarthy fan? I like her movie. I like the movie she's in. I like Bridesmaids. I like she was in the Little Mermaid movie as Ursula. That was fun. I don't follow that closely, but I know that she is a fan favorite amongst a lot of people. So, but yeah, she partnered with Melissa Haim, who was the master blender, and made and designed this whiskey. I think that's really cool. So let's see. I have some quotes from here about it. It says she partnered with her partner Ben Falcone. Now this is from 2022. I don't know if they're still together. Don't judge me. This is on People Magazine, guys. I'm just going off of it. It says the married couple now partners in Big Nose Kate, a whiskey brand named after Maria Isabella Magdalena Horoni. That's Big Nose Kate's real name, apparently. Even though Kate's nowhere in that name, Maria Isabella Magdalena. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, McCarthy says, I was immediately drawn to Big Nose Kate's story. She was an independent badass who more than held her own in the Wild West, and the whiskey does her proud. It's delicious, and I always feel a little bit cooler when we raise a glass to Kate. So, M says, okay, girl power. Yes, that's how I'm feeling. And then she was on to say that Kate was kind of an amazing woman, and we just kind of fell in love. Not like a throuple situation. She made that very clear. I think that's funny that I skimmed over these conversations right here. Very, very ironic that we're talking about that. But yes, anyways, have not had this. Like I said, it's a blend of rye and American single malt. I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. Pricing wise, affordable. This one came in at $38. Wow. That's a cork pop. Also a brand new bottle. Realize we're about overtime. I promise I'll get wrapped up in the next 10 minutes. We still have one more whiskey, which I actually forgot over in the cabinet. I'm gonna go grab it. But we're gonna try Big Nose Kate first. Let's give her a taste. I always say it's weird. Give them like if it was a name, give him a taste, give her a taste. I always feel weird about it. It feels a little icky. Okay, okay. I mean, definitely, you can tell that American single malt right away on the nose. I'll be fully transparent. American single malt's not my favorite category. Um, I think some of the bigger brands that have been doing it for a while are good. There's a lot of brands that are just starting it, and I think they're not quite there yet. This is in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I do know that Santa Fe Distilling has a single malt. I don't know if it's related or not. What does it say on the back? Good question. I just told myself good question. It says produced and bottled by Big Nose Brands Inc. Yeah, it doesn't say. Doesn't say where it's from. Okay. 2 to 10 odds. This whiskey is met at best. Okay, okay. I mean, I'm not going to judge it yet. I'm going to give it a nose. I mean, it's just that typical. It's like a graham cracker, not like a sweetened graham cracker, just like a plain graham cracker with no like honey or anything on it. A little bit of maybe I'm thinking Chex Mix. It's like almost savory. There's some sweetness there, but it's more of like a sesame sweetness. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about the nose. It's not my typical flavor or nosing profile, but maybe it's amazing. Let's go and give a taste and a toast. Whoa, I almost dropped it. A taste and a toast to Big Nose Kate and Melissa McCarthy and Melissa Hain. Cheers. Interesting. Okay. Very different. I mean, I should have known. It's not just an American single malt. It's an American single malt blended with a rye whiskey, and it's so black and white. Like the American single malt is the first thing that hits your palate. It's buttery. It's light, like very very light, grainy. But then on the back end, it kind of like goes towards like the spicy kind of like minty herbal thing that rye has going on. Okay, okay, I see what you did there, Melissa's. Like I said, American single malt still have yet to really fully impress me. But that's nice because it's not only it's a bit of innovative, blending. I don't think I've seen anyone that's blended a single malt with a rye. I've seen malted rye, which I think is a little bit different. Maybe there has been some malted barley. I don't know, because like even in like some ryes they add malted barley, but that's a little different. It's not the same. I don't think. I don't know. You experts in the chat, correct me. Graham crackers supposed to be depressing. Yeah, yeah. The plain graham crackers aren't that great. I don't think I've ever purposely ate them. I prefer the honey ones. Uh, Celery spirits may waver in taste, but not on the cork pops. It seems. I would say these are pretty damn good cork pops. So maybe that's what it's all about. It's all about the pop. It is marketing after all. Yeah, I like this. I mean, $38. I think that's a really good price. If you're new to American single malts and you want to maybe give it a try and you like rye whiskey, this is a way in. I think so for sure. Hmm. Yeah, the more I sip on it, the more I feel like I would buy this again. I actually, yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Rating wise, I mean, $38. I give it a 4.5 out of 5, only because it's unique. I think normally, like for my personal palate, I would probably say 3.5 to 4, but because it's such an interesting, unique flavor profile, I would say 4.5 out of 5. Give it a try. If you don't like it, I mean, it does taste young. Like it's not gonna. I mean, $38, but it kind of beats out some of the other American single malts that I've tried of late. I think this personally, in my opinion, beats out. Uh, Wait, what is that one called? The Jim Beam one, the white and red label. I was gonna say Sweetens Cove, but that's not it. That's another celebrity whiskey. Someone's gonna say it before I think of it. But and then Bullet just did an American single malt, which of course is from MGP. Um, yeah, I just like a lot of these younger brands doing American single malts. They're not quite hitting it for me personally. Um, but this is actually one of the better ones I've had in the past couple of years. I'm very impressed. Tony said credit where credit is due. The price is reasonable. Absolutely. All right, we got one more whiskey to drink. We got 5 more minutes because I said not gonna go too much overtime. The problem is I left it in this cabinet, so I'm gonna dive over. I'm gonna see how fast my running off. I'm trying. How can I relate this to the Oscars? Like, you know how you have your Oscar speech and they start playing you off. Let's see if I can do this without being played off. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going. I'd like to thank my mother and my father and the Academy and not the president and George Clooney. Thank you. Good night. All right, we got it. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh no, I gotta keep thanking people. I'd like to thank my Bike Club members and my patrons and everyone that supported the channel so far. You guys are amazing. I love you all so much, and I hope that you all get the recognition you deserve. And thank God and my country, and I can't find my sample, and all the people who have made this possible, and everyone in the society. We live in a society that is crazy, but we should just love each other and support each other and treat each other with respect and kindness. And I'm really struggling, guys. Where is the sample? Where is it? I don't know. I lost it. Oh shoot! Yeah, the music's playing. I'm getting played off, guys. Shoot! I'm sad. I was actually saving this whiskey for that. I bought it a long time ago. Man, that's depressing. It's not as depressing as losing an Oscar. But just don't let's not double check. Yeah, I don't know where it is. If I find it in the after party, I'll drink it. Dang it! I'll probably never find another occasion to drink this whiskey, which is depressing. I'm all frazzled. But I was looking for brown sugar bourbon. I bought that when I was gonna do my flavored whiskey stream, like fall flavored whiskeys. I didn't get to it that night. I was like, oh, that'd be perfect to drink for this. It's a Jamie Foxx brand, and I really wanted to drink it tonight because there's no other time I'm gonna drink it. I'm not gonna drink a flavored whiskey any other time. But I'm not gonna keep looking for it and keep you guys waiting because it's late and you guys are already at after party, I believe. And those of you that are watching the replay, you've got more stuff to do. But before you do leave, make sure to check out the new bourbonbites.com. Yes, I'm plugging it again, you guys. I'm really proud. Let me do a little screen share here. My new website, my new home base for everything, not just merch, which I do have merch there, and a library of all my videos, but my new Bite Club, which is essentially Patreon, but more of the money goes to support me, the creator. You can join at bourbonbites.com. Let me show you what the website looks like right now. Let me do. All right, the new bourbonbites.com. Again, URL is bourbonbites.com. Take you to the homepage here. First of all, you can see the latest videos. Oh, look, there's this video that you guys are watching right now. Is this like Inception? Weird. Okay. But there's also some merch. Some of you may be familiar with. Some of them are new designs. You'll see down here, I'm always going to be working on design. There's a tote bag. There's a lot of really cool stuff. There's also a way to leave a tip. You know, if you guys want to do something equivalent to a super chat, but have all the money go to me instead of YouTube taking a cut, you can do that there. There's also my Instagram feed, a newsletter, which I'm hoping to launch soon. But the big thing. Well, one, there's a link to the Discord. If y'all aren't on the Discord, please join the Whiskey and Gaming Lounge. But you can join the Bite Club, which is basically the equivalent of Patreon, but more of the money goes to me, the creator. You can join all the different tiers, same pricing as Patreon, same perks as Patreon, exact same system. So you can stay on Patreon if you want to, but it would mean a lot to me if you did consider switching over to the new platform. Again, more of the money does go to me, the creator. Plus, there's a special 10% off if you subscribe for an annual subscription. Also, if you saw this little thing at the top, all people who join in the next month and a half, or I guess the next month, get 15% all merch if they join. So join any of these tiers, even the $2, $5, $10 tier, or all the way up to Bourbon Daddy. You get 15% off all the merch, which you can see right here. Again, I'm always adding more. I'm always open to new suggestions. We got some coffee cups. We got some water bottles. We got challenge coins, of course. Still have some of those left. Some toboggans, some hats, some stickers. Lots of fun stuff. So, Zover's cueing the orchestra. I think it's time to call it a quit. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll get back to that brown sugar bourbon. And also, I'd love your recommendations for more tequilas. Maybe do a whole celebrity tequila episode. I'd be down. I love tequila, especially mezcal. There's some mezcals too. So I'm going to keep that in mind for the future. But until next time, this has been Bourbon Bites Whiskey Reviews with an 80s twist. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Yes. All right. Bye, everyone.